Hello and welcome to the downward negative spiral that is my life and my mind. This entire week has been nothing but bad news. I can't think of a good thing, especially comparing with my peers. I'm in a worse position. I am filled with vitriol and hate, and let me explain all of it. I don't remember when this week started. 26 May, whenever Monday was. Guess what? My week started off with a bloody motorcycle crash. I didn't want to tell it to anyone because I thought I could deal with it on my own, and don't worry, no one was severely injured. What I did was that I ran into an elderly couple, and I was making a turn around the street. I'm not going to go into much detail because I don't want to talk about it. And neither do, I assume, the other people that were involved want to have their information about it out online or anything. So basically, I made a very poor judgment move. I thought I could clear a turn in a short amount of time. I couldn't. I crashed. My fault. And I had to, well, I wasn't injured, but the person that I crashed into was, again, they're an elderly couple. And it was very, well, I'll say at least that his hip, his arm, and his knee was scraped and injured. Like there was some internal problems with him, and he couldn't walk straight, so he gave him a wheelchair. And what I did is that, and the other people around me said I had to take responsibility, and I was forced by the nurse to go around to places and buy a bunch of medicine basically for him. And there were these elastic bandages that cost 200,000 a set, and I had to buy two for a replacement. So, and total is 450,000. And even after this, they're still talking about some sort of surgery for his hip. It's not severe. And it is possible that even before the injury, it was still not the best because, again, he's old. And I'm just paying for his surgery. No news of that yet, but I'll see. Don't worry about it though. It's honestly fine. I can deal with it. I don't think there's any reason for any third party to come in. Gosh, the reason why I was even in that motorcycle crash was infuriating in and of itself. It was because I had to go outside, and the reason why I did that, and it was a holiday, by the way, I was told to fix my scores for a statistics thingamajig for ITS, and when I saw everyone else's scores, they were way higher. They were higher than mine, and mine was just inexplicably lower. I can't explain why. It was an open internet online test. Everyone sources were allowed to be looked at. It's not a closed test where we couldn't look at our books. We could look at any source of information, and for some reason my sources was just somehow worse than everybody else's. That's what pisses me off. And on Wednesday, I mean, this is a running theme. I just don't know where to look or how people know things that I don't. On Wednesday, we had a math test, and I thought I did pretty okay. I understood what the question wanted me to do, and I was able to do it as best as I could. But the information that we were given a piece of paper, and that was the limit for how much information we could store on there. So for equations and stuff, so we didn't have to remember them. That's really handy. Props for the teacher for doing that. But the book that I was basing it off on, which is from ITS themselves, my university, they got a mistake in it, and the teacher called us out, even though I told them I didn't tell them I got the information from the book. But still. And another person made the exact same mistake as I did, so It's not like I'm being dumb, okay? Alright? Next one. This one really infuriates me. The last one was just a tiny hiccup, alright? This one... Oh, this one breaks my brain. Alright, so... Keluarga Negara, and that's basically civic education. And apparently, at the end of every week, we were supposed to write an essay that I was not aware of until quite a few weeks ago. And then again, my score was inexplicably lower than everybody else's. Because I just wasn't aware. Like, I couldn't be able to do something that I wasn't aware of. It's not like I knew I had a problem that I could have fixed. I just didn't know there was a problem in the first place. And basically, I got 55 for the entire semester, and everybody else got at least 60 or 70. Definitely higher than that. That just pissed me off. Honestly, the real bad thing about it is that there's no way to fix it. There's no way to fix the score, so there's no reason to even check it in the first place, honestly. Like... Alright, whatever. On Saturday, Friday after that, I had to do another test as for a programming thing. I'm really losing my ability to speak here, but basically it was online. There's only 4 questions, and I got half of them right, and the other half I don't know what happened to them really. I figured I did the right answer. It's possible that I got it wrong, but it's also very possible that I just misspelled it a tiny bit. It was automatically finished. Automatically scored and not by a human, so it wasn't humanly checked. And it was an SI question, so if you got one full dot wrong or space wrong, you got it. You got the entire thing wrong. I'm just gonna take a sip. And I just think that's unfair. Anyways, after that, this one is really stupid. The last one was also a nitpick, but let me set up the situation here. I don't want this to be a long video. So basically, we're forced to make a book. Everyone was given a book, and it was filled with a bunch of personal data. It's an empty book, and there were labels for their name, signature, where they come from, birth date, hobby, personal message, stuff like that. And we were supposed to have it filled by other people in our own generation. And the way it was supposed to be done, that was expected by the people who gave us the task, which is just to go around and... Sorry for that burp. We were supposed to go around and just ask for people that were in the same generation to just fill it in whenever it was convenient. But instead, what we decided to do was go to a football field and have everyone just spin their books around so that everyone has their book filled by a certain person. And that was a pretty efficient way for having the entire generation, or SE generation, have our books filled. Now, we were supposed to format our books a bit by writing everyone's special identifying number. Apparently, I did it wrong, and my book wasn't filled at all, so now what I'm supposed to do is to go to everyone individually and just ask them to fill it in again. This is incredibly annoying since the event of everyone being together is gone, and I'm just in a special situation. It's just me, and I have to figure out how to have everyone fill my book individually. And I'm just Can you tell in my voice that I don't care anymore? I just don't want to. I just don't. Alright, I just don't. Oh my god. The point is, all of these problems, they're all frustrating, for one. They all could have been avoided. They all just needed a bit more intuition that everyone else has except for me. Like, just... I feel lonely, is what I'm saying. And I believe this fourth sense that I keep talking about, because everyone seems to have the answers except for me. Like, these are small, itty-bitty problems that I take issue to, that I haven't seen anyone else have, especially my peers, and they're doing a-okay. But this fourth sense, I think it's called having friends. I don't understand how to get them, because everyone else, I see everyone around me, they're all going together and stuff, but the source of where they all, got this friendship is from the very beginning, Until there's some ice-breaking moment where I talk about anime, I guess it's never gonna happen. There's so much... I keep experiencing these information misunderstandings galores, and it could have been fixed easily if I just had an inside job, but I really don't. I just don't. Anyways, I hate it. I don't belong here. The emotion that I feel right now, it's a very mild frustration that could grow into a snowball of destruction and hate and school shooting, but probably not school shooting. I'm too much of a weak person to find a gun. But whatever. But still, just... I don't know anymore. The footage that you've been looking at, I hope if I edit this correctly, is the roof of my bathroom, and inexplicably the hose that connects the air conditioner and its exhaust for like the water, it just stopped working, and now it's dripping down. Even though it was taped up, it just stopped being sticky, I guess. And now there's fungi festering in there. There's mushrooms. It's just there. I live in a pigsty. My bed is always moist for some reason. Maybe it's because it does get a bit hot in here and I sweat in there whenever I sleep. There's one more thing, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, tomorrow. This week has been the build-up for tomorrow, I guess, and the other problem is really just I've been swamped with a bunch of work I don't want to do. Like, just one right now is that we were forced to make a questionnaire, not fill in a questionnaire, make a questionnaire for a bunch of people to fill it out, have a survey, and write a paper about it, but I just don't. I just want to wait. I just want a small little wait. Just let me sweep. I do want this video to be pretty short, but just one more thing. That motorcycle crash I was talking about at the very start of this video? That is part of like a superstition that I have. And a motorcycle crash always happens around me whenever I go to the nearby mall. So I'll probably never go there again. Like the last time I went there, I experienced a motorcycle crash, but I wasn't actually involved in it. Like when I was riding home from the place, from the mall, it was night and a cat was running through the street. And because it was night, nobody could really see it properly, and everyone was going fast on that street. And on the other side, the cat hit the motorcycle and it was careening down. But I passed it and like it crashed right behind me. I just passed it. If I was a few seconds later, I might have been hit by it actually. I don't know, maybe I am exaggerating, but this second time, it was the day after I went to the mall. And yeah, well, I crashed. I already told my story about it, which sucks because I got a hyper class Aggron from the Pokemon Trader machine, as well as Ultraman stuff. There's Ultraman and Pokemon Trader machines, and I go there for that, but I guess I never will anymore. There's also a Guitar Hero arcade machine there as well. Anyways, what the heck have I even been talking about? I have to edit this video, and tomorrow there's a big test. Tomorrow's test week, and also the week after that. Kill me. Alright, I'm done here. I don't want to talk anymore. Goodbye.